Guys, we made it back home, and there are now sirens going off that say that maybe our home is about to be splashed a little bit. Who knows? But anyway, today we are going to design an electric aeroplane because, well, actually, we kind of need one. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck on this hellhole forever. So, let's go ahead and start designing, and hopefully we can come up with something nice. There are lots of enemies in Stormworks, from Navy ships to helicopters armed with rockets, and even some tanks. It is our goal to eradicate those enemies from the world. Welcome to Stormworks Search and Destroy. Okay, so there are many different ways we could go about doing this, and I'm not entirely sure which way I want to do it, so let's just go ahead and start building something, and hopefully we'll come up with something nice. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start by doing this. It's a bit of a weird situation, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and turn that piece around and do that guy right there. We're then gonna go ahead and do the same thing right here. Again, I said it was weird. It is weird. We're doing weird things. We're then going to go and shove this guy under here and these pieces. I'm going to grab one of, where is it? One of these, and I'm going to shove it onto there like this. There we go. And I'm actually going to tie all of those together. There we go. I mean, so far, so good. Okay, so from there, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to extend this piece just like so, which is pretty nice. We're going to shove this guy onto here like this. And I guess we can actually shove one of these onto here like that. There we go. Is that a weird situation? It is a bit, but it'll be fine. Shove all of these guys together. That's where our engine stuff is gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this corner real quick. I'm gonna shove one of those guys onto there like that. We're then gonna build this guy down here and here like this. We're gonna go to Windows, and I'm gonna try and shove essentially one of these guys onto there. Yes. Alright, good. I guess that works. We're then going to get one of these and shove it onto here like this, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, that actually works. We're going to shoot that across there. I'm actually going to use one of, where is it? One of these guys, I guess, on this next piece, just like, I can't quite do it. There we go. Just like that, there we go, and we'll shove that into there like so. Alright, it looks kind of weird so far, but I'm sure it'll look fine in the end. We're then going to go ahead and build a bit of a body on this, and then we'll build a tail, and that should all work out. Okay, so this is what I've actually come up with. So we'll obviously have a propeller of some sort on the front. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. Likely that we're going to use one of these, and we're actually going to have contra-rotating props. So we'll probably have one of these as well, just like that. We're then going to go ahead and change these to be like really small. We'll have them be 2 blades instead of 3, and really small as well. There we go. That actually looks pretty good to me. We're then going to have to obviously add wings properly across the top. We're going to have to add proper wings on the back end as well. And we're going to have to add pontoons as well so that we can actually, I guess, float? I don't know. This might be a challenge. Okay, so that is the rear end somewhat sorted. It looks a little bit like a whale tail, but I think that's fine. I've also changed the wings a little bit as well to look maybe a little bit nicer, and that's pretty cool too. The thing with this is I don't know whether I want it to be a sealed unit or not. It could be kind of interesting if we do it in that way, but I'm not too sure just yet. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is actually do something from here going upwards. I don't really know whereabouts I want to do this. Maybe around there, actually. Yeah, that works. On both sides, clearly, because if we just do it on one, that is not going to work. Right, there we go. Bosh. That looks pretty good to me. Although, realistically, it shouldn't go that far out. So maybe we actually use these ones. We just do it to there. That doesn't look right, though. That doesn't look right either. Maybe if I do it from a little bit higher, there. Maybe that'll be fine. Sure, we're going to go with that. We're then going to have to add some pontoons onto the bottom so this thing floats. And that'll be great. I also want to paint all of this, too. Okay, so this is where we are currently at. I've actually taken out the window on the side. The main reason for that is because we don't have the small hinges just yet. And without the small hinges, we're going to struggle like crazy to actually have a door that works. So I've decided no door is better than a door that is bodged, I guess. So that's what we've got so far. Let's go ahead and spawn it in really quickly. Oh, it's nighttime. And also there is some sort of siren going off. Excellent. It is in the water right there, and it does almost float, but not really. So we need Oh, I think this is the wave coming in now. We need to make it float. We need some actual floaties, and then we can maybe fly with that. The issue is, floaties in this game are a little bit weird. Now, I say a little bit. They're actually quite weird. Very weird is more the word, actually. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about doing it. So let's delete this and shove one of these in. We'll do the same back here. And I will actually do this. Oh, it needs to be on both sides. All right, delete that and that. There we go. Shove this in here and here. Grab one of these. Shove it on there from the bottom going down to the side. Like that. There we go. And we'll do the same thing right here. Excellent. And there is actually a center point on this. So landing. Here we go. Landing floats are actually a thing. The issue is they're not really very good. I mean, they are, but they're not. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. So if I actually spawned it in now, you guys can't see, can you? I might need some lights. But you can see that maybe it's floating, which it is. But it needs to be more out to the side and a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and install some floats onto this. And hopefully it'll work out. Right, okay, so this is a bit weird, I suppose. This is what we've currently got. So I added these little pontoons. I don't actually have the control surfaces just yet, you know, like the little fins. So I've added rudders to the sides, which may or may not be a good idea, but let's go ahead and spawn it in and I'll show you guys what it sits in the water like. Just like that. It is going to go down a little bit, which is fine. But yeah, overall, I actually kind of like the way this thing looks. Obviously, it sits very, very low in the water, but there's not really too much I can do about that until I get pivots. I mean, the small pivots. But as long as this thing will fly, take off, and land, and be able to do it over and over and over again, I don't see why we can't use it. Even if it is in the water like that, you know? Another thing we actually desperately need to add to this is actually flare launchers. So straight down the sides, we're going to go ahead and add these in here like this. There we go. I'm actually going to add loads of these. There we go. And they all need to fire chaff. Yes. Because as you guys said in the previous video, nothing is heat-seeking. It's all radar-guided. So yes, we just have to put chaff everywhere. And that will work out fine. So we're going to switch all of these. Chaff it up, there we go, and that'll be great. We're gonna have to do it on the other side as well, obviously, so just go ahead and do this. There we go. And we'll actually have only one pop at a time, and hopefully that'll work out for us. On a plane, it should be fine, because we're just gonna go ahead and fly straight anyway, if that makes sense. So as long as we pop it in time, we'll be good. There we go. I've also installed some batteries as well, so yeah, we should be able to actually make this work now. Alright guys, this is it. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually take off with it. The first issue that we're going to have actually is that there is a wall in front of us. And... wait, actually. Oh, okay, the flares work. I say the flares, the chaff. I have 0 controls. Right now. I have 0 controls. Wait, what? How? So that goes into there. That goes into both of those, that's fine. Up and down isn't on anything. Yaw is fine. And roll is fine too. Is there electricity going to this? No, of course not. Now I'll have controls, and now we should be able to take off. Hopefully. The other thing that we might need to do is we might need to add pitch controls to one of these. Just so that we can get out of the water. Once we're out of the water, we don't need to worry about that too much. So that's all fine. But, yes. Let's go ahead and reverse real quick. Just a little bit more. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get... oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, I don't think we're going to be able to get airborne from there. But actually, turns out we can. Okay, so this is going to be, like, most definitely our most efficient way of flying around for a little while. Let's go ahead and take it back home. I want to paint it just a little bit, and hopefully it'll look a lot nicer once we do that. We don't actually have paint blocks just yet, so painting is going to be at a minimal, to be honest. But we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so now that we've done that, and we've got loads of weight left over, and money, and space, let's go ahead and add some weapons to it as well. So... light autocannons are going to go right here. We're going to shove the drums, obviously, for those autocannons right next to them. And I guess we can have, like, 2 drums next to it. I guess that would work. Yeah, sure. Now that we've got that, let's go ahead and make sure that they're actually loaded, I guess. Yep, there we go. Loaded and loaded. And also connected. So electricity, yes, and yes. And then we're actually going to add the trigger to spacebar. There we go. Obviously, that makes sense too. And we are all good. Hopefully, each of these is actually filled. I think they will be. But I just don't know. So let's go ahead and run down there and have a quick little check. See if they are actually loaded. Yep, there's ammo in both of those. Excellent. And there is ammo in both of them on the other side too. Yeah, alright. So the only issue with this right now is that it doesn't like to float very well. But as long as we can get in, and as long as the propellers are above the water, we are good. In order to actually increase the effectiveness of that then, we're actually going to go ahead and go to these pieces really quickly. We're going to cut them and we're going to move them in front of the propellers just slightly. There we go. We're going to go to the back end and I'm going to grab like this piece down to there, pretty much. Same with this. There we go. Copy it, move it across to here and paste it in. Oh, except that bit. I'm going to have to fix that piece, but that's fine. Send it to this side and paste it into there. Very nice. Shove this guy onto here on both sides. Excellent. Delete this guy and shove one of these in. And kapow! Merge this with this, this with this, this with this. There we go. And those are some really long floaties. They're very skinny as well, which is not something that I really wanted, but it is what it is. If I can, I want to grab some red really quick. And we need to put some red lines here and maybe on the tip. Nah, let's do it one back. There we go. Here. Alright. It's like a warning so that you don't swim there. There you go. And here as well. Yeah. Just so you don't swim in the line of the propellers. Because obviously that wouldn't be a great thing to be doing. Alright, there we go. And then paint this piece and we're good. It doesn't look great. And the floaties are actually extremely skinny. But it is what it is. Alright, so there is actually one more thing that I want to add to this thing, and that is some seats. Just in case we end up actually trying to rescue some people, we're going to go ahead and shove some seats down here so that they can actually be rescued, I guess. We're also going to go ahead and delete this piece and add a rope anchor to that, just like so. We're also going to have to add some actual ropes somewhere as well, so we might as well put them here. There we go, there's a piece of rope. Very nice. And maybe we could actually put some more things up here as well. I don't know. More ropes? I don't think that makes sense, but sure, we'll do it. There we go. Delete these guys. Add a rope anchor to here. Like that. And here as well. Alright, we're good. Oh. And finally, actually, cable. We need a way of recharging this just in case it ever runs out, which I highly doubt it will, but there is, of course, that possibility. So we're going to just shove that right there. Connect it to the electricity. Grab ourselves a cable because... I don't know, we shouldn't expect any other aircraft to be carrying cable. Shove that onto there, and that's it. So now everything is ready to go. I'm actually going to go ahead and fly down to the enemy base, which is pretty crazy right now, and we're going to try and attack it, sort of. Alright, here we go. Throttle up to full, and just take off instantly. Yes. Alright, the gyro is on. Whoa, okay. Okay, hold on. The gyro really messed that up there. Hopefully we ascend quicker than this. Oh my. Am I about to drown in my own plane? It seems that way. It does seem that way. Alright, okay. We gotta be more careful on takeoffs. But that's fine. So, throttle up. It'll lift us into the sky. And then off we go. Okay. That's good. The issue that I have a feeling that we might have eventually is that if we use too much battery power flying somewhere, and then we land, we might not be able to take off again. Also, I did say the other day that we were going to build a plane to go do that mission. So, realistically, we should go do that mission. Yeah, let me add a little bit more floatiness and a little bit more batteries, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, it's actually flying. The issue that I've just spotted, actually, is that there are 9 casualties out there, and there are only 4 extra seats on this plane. Clearly, with 4 extra seats, we are not going to do very much. So, we need to add more padded seats, then we can fly out there and do the mission. Fortunately, this has given us a few different attempts at taking off, and it seems to work out quite nicely. So, yeah, I'm sort of happy with it. How much electricity are we using? It does take quite a lot to take off, so that's where that's gone, I think. Okay, so I think we need to do more modifications to this in order for it to actually be somewhat useful for that mission. The issue is, obviously, if we fly all the way out there and we run out of battery, that's going to cause many issues. So I've decided we're not going to fly out there right now. We're actually going to go ahead and get in the plane. And we're going to fly down to these islands down here. And I kind of want to do some shooting. So we're going to start shooting at some of the enemies. I don't think this is a good idea, particularly, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. Alright, take off. Straight up into the sky, obviously, like a normal aircraft. Turn it around and let's go ahead and go on the attack. This is crazy. Alright, so we are flying in. We've got to remember, if we come under attack, we need to pop flares. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, actually. I say flares. It's actually chaff. So we're just going to go ahead and launch some chaff. Every now and then. Alright, we're flying over. I haven't seen any missiles flying towards me yet, which is good. I've launched a lot more chaff. Let's have a little look, see if there is a gun emplacement on the roof of the... Oh, there is. Alright, that was some bad shooting. Bad shooting! He might fire a missile at me any second now. He's not. He tracked me, but he didn't fire a missile. He might be out. He might be out. Oh, wow. The wind is very heavy. I don't know whether you guys can tell, but my plane is, like, not great. It's, like, skidding. What? The wind is making this thing fly so weirdly. It's like a kite. Anyway, side note, since there are no enemies, really, flying around or anything, we should probably land and get some crates, because I can see a crate on that island, actually. There's one there. Okay, I decided to return back to base, because realistically, we should go to sleep before attacking again, especially if the weather is that bad. That was awful. Right, there we go. So, we're going to go and save this, because we can, and we're going to run inside and go to sleep. Alright, we're going out again, and this time, I want to land out there. If there are no enemy aircraft or enemy ships, or anything, enemy vehicles on the ground, because there are tanks in this version, then we're just going to go ahead and land. We're going to try our best to grab any crates that we can find, and then we're going to take off and fly away. We just need to get some money. Before we do that, though, I wouldn't mind actually doing some sort of weird attacking run on the missile emplacement down there, because I feel like that makes sense to do, maybe. Let's go ahead and slow ourselves down a little bit. We're going to then dive on down and point towards the enemy. Here we go. And we're going to start shooting. There we go. That actually wasn't terrible. That was not terrible. We did hit some shots there. I'm turning around. I don't really want to dive down on it, because that would be pretty bad. But, yeah. That's actually kind of awesome. Right, let's fly around and see if we can see any crates. I don't think that thing can shoot at me now anyway, so we're good. And we'll see what we can see. Do these little islands sometimes have crates? I'm not sure. I'm going to launch random chaff every now and then as well, because we need to be more safe than we currently are being. Any crates down there? There is a cave. Obviously, there's probably crates in the caves, but I don't want to go into the caves. Right, let's turn around. And fly back over. Let's go. Am I stalling? What's going on here? Yeah, I was a little bit. Anyway, we'll land at this first island right here, and then we'll go over to the second island, because I believe there is a crate on top of there. Alright, we are down. I'm actually going to try and park this sort of on the beach, kind of. So that it doesn't sink or anything like that. We'll just leave it, like, on the beach. There we go. It's a weird place to leave it, but it'll be fine. Side note, I've dropped my weapon. I'm going to grab this weapon from in here, grab the ammunition, and if there's anybody on this island, I at least stand a chance of shooting them. No, wait, I already got the one from this island, didn't I? Did I? I can't remember. I actually can't remember. So now we just have to run over to that island to get that one. Okay, should I fly? There is a bunker on that island that we might need to shoot at a little bit first. Alright, so we're in. Let's go ahead and reverse backwards. Hopefully a little bit. That's good. Yes. How much battery do we have? 83%. That should be more than enough. Alright, reverse it backwards. A little bit more, and a little bit more. Just keep going backwards. Tiny little bits, yes. And then maybe just floor it. Yeah, alright, perfect. That was actually not too shabby. Alright, we're gonna fly over to this other island over here, of course, and I don't know, I might do a little attacking run on the bunker down there. Let's just go ahead and start shooting now. Oh, they're shooting back. Oh, they were shooting back. Holy, I'm gonna land and repair myself and get onto the island. Alright, here we go. Fly around the other side. Fortunately, we are still A-okay. I'm drifting it. I'm drifting it. Drifting it. Alright, cut the throttle. I need to land before we actually get back into proper sight of the enemy. There we go. Let's go ahead and shove it on the beach. And then we can try and repair it. Alright, that'll do. That will do. Right, shove the rifle in there. Grab ourselves a welding torch. An underwater one doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and repair these. There we go. They're both repaired. Jump back inside again. Repair the window, sure, and anything in here that needs repairing. We'll use a normal welder for that. There we go. Very good. Everything in there seems fine. Good. We're then going to shove this back, and I didn't bring any C4 with me, so I'm going to take a rifle, and we'll see what kind of damage we can do with that. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't expecting the bunker to actually put up that much of a fight, but it totally did. It totally did. I don't know how much damage I did to it. Probably not enough. So, I'm running out in the open right now. This is kind of scary. Alright, so the idea is I actually take out this gun on this side. At least enough to run in there. There we go. That was actually not too bad. I don't know how it's not shooting back at me, but... I'm gonna go with that's fine, right. And then I'm gonna run on this side with that gun there. And I'm gonna stay on the side with the door as well. Hopefully, neither of which will be able to shoot me then. Because obviously a door can't shoot. Right, okay. Open the door. Here we go. Now we can get inside. Yeah, boy. Alright, okay. We're just gonna take them all out. That's right. That's right. Okay, now I'm gonna run away. I don't have any more ammo. That's about to explode, I think, so I'm just gonna run away. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it did. It fully exploded. Very nice. Okay, we now need to see if I can get inside with no ammo, because the issue is, if there's any enemies inside there with guns, I don't have anything to fight them with. Alright, we're going in. Also, who puts one of these inside a building? I feel like it makes no sense. It makes zero sense whatsoever. After running around, there's no enemies. Let's just go ahead and capture it. This will be our first capture of the series. That's awesome. I'm also going to grab a bunch of ammo, just in case. Yeah. Guys, we've captured the island. That is pretty awesome. Something that happened... Oh, there's no beds here, is there? Something that happened during my time in there was a tsunami actually came across and kapowed the island. We almost died, but luckily I had first aid kits, so I was okay. I've refilled on ammo now, which is pretty good. I just need to have a little look and see if my plane is still there. Also, the tsunami will have taken away the crate on this island, because that's just what happens, and that's really annoying too. But yeah, I think we're good. So my plane is still there, I can just about see it. Hopefully we've still got charge in it, and we'll just go ahead and return home now. Let's do it. In fact, actually, I'm going to end this video here. We've finally captured an actual enemy base. That gives me sort of free reign of this area now, which is pretty good, and hopefully enemies will spawn here a lot less. In the next video, we might actually travel over to this and try and get rid of that one as well, just so that the enemies don't end up killing me as soon as I walk out of my base. But yeah, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever the heck this was. I built an entire aircraft, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.